Well, I guess I had to take a bath in diesel to get the sun to come out, which is, I guess it's an okay exchange. I was, well, I'll show you. But yeah, it was all in my hair and in my face, and it's on my hat, which needs washed anyways, and all over this jacket. Whew, actually, there was a little bit in my mouth too at one point. Yeah, grab the one that does. I got one that stinks like diesel, one that stinks like hydraulic fluid, and this one just smells like dust. So that's a win. Yeah, so I did clean up a little bit, but you can probably see underneath, it spilled diesel everywhere. This front filter went good. The back one right there. Oh, where's my little flashlight? So yeah, that front one, pretty good. That back one there, not so good. And I was kind of slipped out of my hand, but I caught it. And I did have a pail under there at one point. Problem is, it started running down those hoses right onto my face. So luckily it was just the top of my head, but it was spattering, and I closed my eyes. Look at the gunk that was in that thing. So yeah, got the fuel filters done, opened the valve, went to fire things up, and she just doesn't have enough jam. I had to boost it this spring, and that's not necessarily a good sign because this thing usually does not go dead on batteries, which likely means they need to be replaced, which I'm pretty sure there's 4 of them, which won't be cheap. What a mess of electrical is in here. You definitely might be able to. Doesn't show as much on camera as I thought it would. This battery's got a bit of a bulge to it. This one doesn't. This one kind of does, and this one doesn't. But it's probably high time we do them all. I gotta think these are 8 years old at least. They don't have the date picked out on them. I know for a fact I haven't put them in, so they're at least 5 years old. Well, of course I forgot to check them while they were in. I'm certain they can't be all very good. Well, that's enough said right there. Dead. Let's go to this one. Bad. This one. Same thing. What's this one? Not even sure which battery was which, to be honest. I wasn't paying attention. Hey, that one's okay. But it ain't worth it. Because then he'll go and he'll drag all the new ones down. So we're getting all new batteries. All right. Hopefully third time's the charm. I got all my batteries in the grain truck. Sun's out. It's warming up. It's drying off a bit. All the connections, sensors seem to be working. Oh, I'm getting yelled at. Now we're doing a stationary test here. Make sure our meters are. So all of the shanks should come down. We're doing it at low pressure, low rates, keep in mind. And we got to remember how to do half of this stuff. But at the rate we've been going, it's been. Hey, there's my gloves. Left them out in the rain. Whoops. Something's not working right because these meters should be turning, I think. The very back one, yeah, back one's just running over real good there. Oh, I just stopped it. Is 3 the back? 1? Which one are you doing? The very back one was going. Are they enabled? The other 2 weren't. It's a minor issue. We just forgot to, well, we're still trying to remember things. It's one of those things you use the seeder for like 6 weeks of the year and then it's parked and you forget how to operate it. So, not sure why certain ones were shut off, but meter 2 and 3 from the back, 1, 2, 3, 2 and 3 were turned off. And we couldn't remember how to get to the meter setup. So, another minor boo-boo. That's rolling, that's rolling. We got them all different rates. I don't like the way this is surging. It's like it's slowing down there. And not happy with this. That would just be screwing, like, if we had canola, we do have the canola roller in there because we're most likely going to be going to peas first. And so it's either one of the bearings, which we thought would be fine because they were done last year, and yeah, they don't see much for fertilizer. But yeah, it's still doing the same thing. So we'll rip her apart. Yeah, this is probably my least favorite job behind shoveling grain to do. And it's maintenance on the toolbar in general. It's either you're crawling down underneath, which is, you know, not a lot of fun. Especially these couple of rows. For a guy who's 6'4", there's not a whole lot of room to move about. So yeah, climbing underneath, not a whole lot of fun. And climbing up top. So you can see, lots of hoses and shanks and a lot of stepping up, stepping down, tripping over stuff. So neither one's all that much fun to do. Which is usually why we leave it till last. Well, we've gotten done the crawl of shame, or really there's at least 3 of them. Going in, checking bearings, checking bolts, and scraper bearings, and greasing wheels. Got all that done. Found a couple leaky hydraulic hoses, and now we're changing out some, we either call them secondaries, or a lot of times we just call them smalls or individuals or tubes. They start getting worn, so we changed everything 2 years ago. That seems to be about the most we get out of the fertilizer, and then otherwise it'll start getting pretty thin in places. You can kind of see this crease right here, and beside it, like I can put my thumb right through it. But then you get up here and I can't dent it at all. Well, right there I can. But where it's good and hard, yeah, you can't even budge it. So we used to always cut them. Now I found, at least with the newer ones, we can heat them with my torch. And usually being the operative word, get them out. Then we slog them up with canola, like Pam, canola oil. And keep it warm, heat it, slop her back in. Do these one at a time. Not sure if we're gonna have enough hose at the rate we're going. I haven't even finished the first tower. I think I still have 2 more on this tower. I don't know if I gotta change them, but I gotta check them. So it'll be 3, if we say 3 to 4 per tower, you know, some of them are pretty long. I don't know, if we don't get it done today, oh well. That's about all we've got left is these hoses and those 2 hydraulics. So overall, it's not going that bad. It's windy as hell today, but it's warm, which is exactly what we need. I hate working in the wind, but we definitely need it. Help dry things up a bit. I think we're starting to notice the frost go away, and my phone's ringing.